thanks to the supporters of channel member President Gorilla. Really simple goal for us today, folks. Win the Supporters Shield, because if we do that, that's a guaranteed route into the Champions League, and that whole very American MLS Cup thing, the playoff that we probably won't win, won't matter. Get into the Champions League. That's what we're here for. Cross everything. But I'm thinking you might not actually need to cross it too tight, because we are looking strong going into these final 3 games. We've got 3 games remaining. If we actually go to the Supporters Shield table rather than the individual conferences, you can see we're 2 points clear of Columbus Crew, but we've got 2 games in hand on them. So all we really, and a much better goal difference. So all we really need to do is 1 win from our final 3. Columbus can't catch us. Chicago Fire are 4 points behind and only have 2 games remaining. So again, if we win 1 of our final 3 games, Chicago can't catch us, DC can't catch us. Ultimately, we need to win 1 of these final 3 games. We win the Supporters Shield, and I have double-checked, triple-checked with bells on. Supporters Shield, under continental qualification, places are allocated by, winner of MLS Cup, top team from the Supporters Shield. Potentially 2nd and 3rd place in the Supporters Shield as well, depending on what happened in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup. So it might be that we're already in, but it certainly hasn't told us we're already in. So bottom line, let's win the Supporters Shield, because as a British man, that's really winning the league anyway. That's much more important than the MLS Cup end of season playoff thing. And as you can see, we've never won anything in our history. So it would be quite the big deal to win the Supporters Shield. And then maybe, who knows, tomorrow we'll go on and win the MLS Cup. Wouldn't that be nice? But first up, it is Montreal in the league. If we beat them, we win the league. It's Yamoa in goal, a back four, Prencha, Contreras, Deluli and Nabil, Grimmer and Runnison in midfield, Velez, Estevez and Kim then behind Kurt Villakazi up front. Villakazi, he's only 3 goals behind the top scorer in MLS as well. So with 3 games to go, I don't know if playoff goals count towards top scorer status. There might be quite a few games remaining, but at the moment, Kurt Villakazi is in with a chance of finishing as MLS top scorer, which would be jolly nice for one of my boys that we plucked out of the Stellenbosch youth team when he had 2.5 stars potential. That's management. You can criticise me for a lot, boys and girls, and I read the comment section. I know you do. Kurt Villakazi, I made him, and I've made him great. 30,000 people have turned up for this match as well, which must be our biggest attendance of the season. The stadium still looks absolutely deserted, but ultimately, let's just make sure we win the football match, shall we? Because if we win the football match, we win the Supporters Shield, everybody's happy. That's all that really matters. Although we are defending here, and Yamoa making the save. That's why he's the best goalkeeper in MLS, boys and girls. He makes important saves in situations like that one. Please keep making saves. I've talked nicely about you now. Don't go and prove yourself to be a wally. I mean, a flappy punch, not ideal. I mean, it did comfortably clear the penalty area, so I've seen worse punches in my time. But for goodness sake, just catch the crosses when they come in. It's not hard. I can catch a ball. You're a professional goalkeeper. You're earning like £500,000 a year, literally, to catch balls. There's not really any excuse for you ever not catching one, you plum. Right, why are we not winning yet? We're doing that thing where we're dominating the game, creating lots of chances. We've had 7 shots on target, but haven't yet had one that warranted a highlight, which is alarming. I mean, it's just nothing. Right, corner, second half, Contreras. That's a weird way to commentate on all of that. This is why the BBC won't hire me, I think. Right, Prencha trying to keep the move going. This is our first attacking highlight of the match. Cross to Kurt Villakazi. He's hit the crossbar. Oh, that could have been the moment that we not only win the league, but Big Kurt takes a step closer to a golden boot. I can't imagine it's called a golden boot in America, because I don't think they call boots, do they? Maybe they call it the shiny cleat. I don't want to win the shiny cleat, but, you know, maybe Kurt does. Who knows? Right, back to Nabil at right back, and now Deluli. Deluli, by the way, on shortlist for MLS Defender of the Year, along with Prencha. So I like the fact that my boy Deluli, again, I made him, plucked him out of the Stellenbosch youth team. You've heard the talk. I mean, these 2 aren't even the best of the bunch. Unglove has just signed a new contract, or provisionally signed one, because it's on 35 grand a week. So I think we're going to have designated player issues again in the closed season, but Unlove is in for another 4 years. We've increased his minimum fee release clause. So hopefully we get a season of Unlove helping us win the Champions League next year, with him delivering crosses onto the head of Vilakazi again. I mean, that was what made Vilakazi so effective at Stellenbosch. The fact that he's managed to get 20 goals this season without Unlove there setting him up for him shows just how much he's developed since then. I can't imagine how good the two of them are going to be reunited. Velez on the left-hand side, takes a lot of the credit for how well Vilakazi has done as the season has gone on. Prencha drills one low across goal, but Velez, I mean, I think it's a shot. It could have been a cross. It took a massive deflection and it's gone in. So ultimately it doesn't matter, because as it stands right now, we're going to lift the Supporters Shield in about 5 minutes, which would be jolly nice. Luckily, I have prepared one out of Lego because, you know, I like to have a completely unique trophy every time we lift one. So I have done a Lego shield to show you. So don't worry about that. But we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's make sure we do actually get the job done and win the league first. So Nabil is tiring. He can come off. Foos is going to come on. Shows how well Delulu's developing, that Foos, who is a full US international now and started the season as our main man at centre back, and he's now not getting in ahead of Contreras and Delulu. Delulu, remember, we were playing him at right back, midfield, just fitting him in wherever we could fit him. But as we've improved the depth of the squad around him, he's really established himself once again as a force to be reckoned with at centre-back. And Mamadou Camara has his first ever goal for Charlotte. I mean, I don't know how much he knew about it. The referee's got his finger in his ear as well, so it might be disallowed. It was the shot from range from Estevez. It has been awarded. Let's see if Camara was even facing it when it hit him in the face. So here's the shot from Estevez. And you know what? He's deliberately done that. That's not just a deflection. That's a proper header. He deserves his first ever goal for us there. And that should be the goal that wins us the league. Lenning's going to come on as well. We're also going to take off... there you go. We'll bring Asker on at the back. The fact that Asker's not a nailed-on starter now and is a designated player probably means if we do have designated player problems in the summer, he's probably going to be out the door. And we go with Contreras and then Foos or Delulu. And we've got Grimmer and Runnison for midfield. Asker's kind of first reserve in all those positions now. He even played at left back in our last match. Do we not get a trophy lift? I don't understand. Well, you're not seeing my Lego shield then. It was spectacular as well. I know what you're thinking. Kev's done his usual bit where he's just going to show you the same old Lego trophy. No, I'd specifically built a massive Lego shield and now you're not going to see it because we didn't get to do a trophy lift. The joke's on you, Football Manager, but there is your confirmation. No, that's not... I thought that was confirmation we were in the Champions League. I'm worryingly not seeing that anywhere. Have I misunderstood the rules? We have qualified for the first round of the Eastern Conference playoff, which I think is what we're going to do in the second half of the episode. I'm not going to show you meaningless games. There's your confirmation that we've won the Supporters Shield. There isn't any confirmation here that we're in the Champions League. So no trophy lift, no Champions League qualification currently. My MLS confusion continues. Right, I'm going to play these last two regular season games off camera. And then we'll be back in a minute to figure out how the playoffs work. Oh my word, I've been through some things since that last match. We lost our final two league games, didn't really matter. We were rotating, it's fine. We then got Cincinnati in the first round of the playoffs, beat them 2-0. Second leg, lost 4-3. Here's me thinking, well, that's an aggregate victory. No, that's one win each. So we had to play a third match, which we managed to scrape through 1-0 thanks to a Roman Estevez goal. He got injured shortly after that and is one of several attacking players who've been injured. We're going to have to play Kurt Vilakazi on the wing in this semi-final against Inter Miami. Interestingly as well, the semi-final against Inter Miami appears to just be a one-leg thing. It's Eastern Conference semi-final. If we go back to that one, it was called the Eastern Conference first round, first leg. It was always planned to be a two-legged thing, and it just turned into 3 legs. There you go, the decider. So we've got a one-off game against Inter Miami at our stadium for a spot in the conference playoff final, where if we get there, we'll face Chicago Fire, who finished second behind us in the league. And then the winner of that gets into the MLS Cup. What a system. What a system. This is the team. It's Yamoa in goal, a back four of Prencha, Asker, Foos and Nabil, Grima and Runnison in midfield, Lenning, Estevez and Villakazi behind Camera up front. Camera's actually been scoring goals while he's been deputising for Villakazi as part of the rotations. So I think it makes more sense to play Villakazi out wide rather than Mejia. I mean, we can always make the change if we need to. It's a one-off match. What a time to have to experiment. But yeah, Kim is out for 6 months. Velez is out for like 4 months. Annoyingly, Unlove is sat there fully fit, not able to play because he did his cruciate ligament 10 months ago, and we assumed that was it, would end his season. The season is now over. This is officially called the postseason, but apparently he stays on that season-ending injury list. So, lesson to everybody, even if you have an early season ruptured cruciate ligament that's going to keep you out for the best part of the year, don't put your player on the season-ending injury list, because you might end up in the playoffs and have all your other wingers injured and need them. It's very frustrating. Right, Camera, who's actually drifted out wide there. So maybe he's the one who can play out on the right wing, because Villakazi's come infield. The two of them are just going to rotate. Lovely stuff. Camera's come back into the middle and Camera scores. The linesman's got his flag up. The referee's got his finger in his ear. I say balls to them both. Let the goal stand. Let's see what VAR has got to say for it. Well, I said balls to them both, and apparently that was ignored. You must not ignore my balls, Football Manager. 65,000 people have turned up for this match, by the way. I think I said in the last match I showed you it was our biggest attendance of the season. I think it's fair to say this one probably is now. And it is, I mean, there's a big game on the line. We are the walking wounded. I no longer think we're favourites. We limped past Cincinnati, who finished 8th, I think, in our conference, which, for context, is only 1 place higher than we finished last year. And obviously, we're a lot better than we were this time last year. So we struggled to beat a team that was basically the level we were last year. And now you can see there's nerves in this game against Miami. They've not had a shot. We've had one and missed. It is a very, very cagey affair. And I think we probably need to shuffle the attack around. Do we try Villakazi up front and Camera out wide for the second half? I think we probably do. Kurt Villakazi is one of the top scorers in the entire league. Let's try him like that. I mean, the other option would be to go 2 up top, but then we're so lopsided. We don't have anyone else who can go out there apart from Mejia. But Mejia, we've only ever really used him as a central attacking midfielder or a defensive midfielder. And now Nabil's injured. So Daluli's going to come on for him. I mean, we have got Kerwin Vargas who can play out wide as well. Do we just bring on a proper winger to get some crosses in to Big Kurt? He's a left footer. He's a right footer. I think we just bring him on to try and get some balls into the area for Villakazi. It does mean we now don't have the option to bring Camera on if things aren't going our way, which is not ideal. We probably should have gone with this from the start, but who was I to know that our 6'4" target man wouldn't work on the right wing? I don't see how that's something I could be expected to know. Prencha doing really well. And who's got on the end of that? I don't think it's Villakazi. It's an own goal. It doesn't matter. I'll take any goal. That is hugely important. I'm taking all the credit because it comes off the back of my substitution, obviously. I changed my right-hand side, so it came down the left. And, I mean, it was heading through to Kurt. The defender had to make a move on it. But we are now in an absurd situation where neither team have had a shot on target, but we are winning. What a terrible game of football this is. This is not much of an advert for the 65,000 people who've turned up. The 30,000 who don't come usually are like, I mean, everything I thought about soccer is true, it seems. Mejia's going to come on in midfield, and we're not going to change anything else for now. And we are going to fingers crossed. I mean, if we make it through to the playoff final without there being a shot on target for either team, that's pathetic. We should just award it to Chicago there and then. Our other wingers are collapsing as well. It's not ideal. We really are scraping the barrel with some of these substitutions we're having to make, but we're just accumulating so many little knocks in these final few weeks of the season, and we genuinely might have a semi-final here where there's not a single shot on target, but there is a definitive result, and that might be a first time ever. Don't ruin it now, lads. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. I want to achieve a Football Manager first. Right, Mejia. Playing completely out of position in midfield. Grimmer, back to Foos. Just take it to the corner flag. Take it to our corner flag. I don't care which corner flag it goes to. Just take it somewhere. Mejia again. And now Gomez, who, I mean, we've used maybe once before. Gomez on the left-hand side. Cross comes in. I mean, if we have a shot now, I'll be fuming. Deluli to Grimmer. I mean, it is all us in these final moments of the game. I think Miami have given up. Grimmer, cross comes in for Kurt Villakazi. Surely, I mean, he's missed. Kurt's read the script. He has missed. Good stuff from Kurt Villakazi. And it looks like, oh, Miami had a shot on target right at the death. They ruined it. I mean, we've won the match without having a shot on target. It doesn't bode well for the playoff final, does it? But we hadn't used him once before. That was actually his debut. Brilliant. But we are going to play Chicago Fire in the playoff final. You know I love a playoff, which isn't the final. It's the final before the final. Some might describe it as a semi-final. Winner of that gets into the MLS Cup. So that'll be tomorrow, I guess. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much to all my awesome backers on Patreon. And thank you very much for watching.